What up, weirdos? It's your boy Rain Jerusalem, my co-host, co-captain, Cole, conspirator, Uncle Juju.
What is up, babies?
What's up, everybody? Welcome back. I know it's been a while, but I'm glad to be back. I know Juju took a little vacation. Juju had to take a break from work, and now we're here to grind. But there's no comic book of the week, but that is because we're covering a mini-series this week. We're covering the 2021 The Thing run. It went from 2021 to 2023, I think. It's 6 issues. It's fucking immaculate. It's Walter Mosley on writing, Tom Riley on art, and Jordi Belair. So lock in, grab your joint, grab your doink, you know what I'm saying, your bev, your vape, your edible, whatever your vice is, and let's talk about it.
Yes, gin, as they say.
Yeah, man, I'm here for it. Fucking, I found it because it's been on my watch list on eBay forever. Shout out Velocity. They have it on their eBay page for the low right now if you want to go scoop it up before I do. Yeah, dude, basically it's like a good old Thing solo story. Like, it has the depression of the Thing being alone a lot or feeling alone a lot of the time. You know, it has everything he's dealt with his whole life. Like, rage, just unfair circumstances, the world just the world working against him. And it's really good, man. There's a lot of people who show up. There's a lot of people from like his blind girlfriend is in it, Alicia, I think is her name. And the doorman from the Fantastic Four building, all that, they're all in it. Doctor Doom shows up, Champion of the Universe, fucking a bunch of other people. But basically, story is the Thing. Basically, death is after the Thing. The death itself wants the Thing to surrender his being to him so he can cause the apocalypse, essentially. And what happens is the death uses everything to cause the Thing's life to go bad, to essentially like drive him to the point of like willing to give himself to death and cause this like world-ending madness or whatever the fuck. Because like throughout the comic, the Thing keeps having these dreams about the apocalypse and all this shit, like, and it's gnarly, man. It's gnarly. Like, death creates this whole fake dating service.
Yes.
And sends a fake woman after Ben. Well, it's her. It's death itself, but like as a facade, as a human being. Yeah. And it's gnarly, man. Like, you don't see it coming either. Like, you really don't see it coming. But there's it's so much more than just that, though. Like, you're like, what? Ben has a girlfriend. Death even created a fake human itself to be a fake human to pull the Thing's girlfriend away from him and cause a tiff between them and have them break up momentarily. So the Thing would feel even more alone. And Death is doing this all while Fantastic Four is over wherever, Russia, I think.
Yeah, they were in Moscow, and I believe Johnny Blaze is in Alabama for a car show.
Yeah. So the Thing is just all alone. And then there's this little kid from the very beginning of the book who's watching everything go down. And you're just trying to figure out, why does this kid know everything, and why is he watching?
Yeah, and I'm going to be honest with you. My favorite character design is the kid. I think they really captured kind of that urban street vibe to him. Also, like, it was just kind of fun. Don't color me weird, but I like when Indiana Jones had Short Round as a sidekick. I don't mind kid sidekicks occasionally.
Yeah.
You know,
I agree.
And this kid was actually like helpful in situations. Didn't like
Well, did
wasn't
you
the
you figured out by the end what he was, right? Like you
yes.
understood like who he is and stuff. So yeah,
Mhm.
basically this kid is like the son of a watcher, and he he's watching everything the whole time, and he starts explaining things to the thing, aka
Yeah,
Ben, and like everybody around him that he's trying to help. And you're kind of just trying to like the whole time you're reading it, you're like, this kid knows way too much.
didn't know way too much. Yeah, I believe there was even a conversation with uh champion basically kind of like not really tells the thing, but kind of just says like there's something up with these two that ain't right.
Oh
Kind of a
yeah.
little nod.
I
So
mean,
like,
dude, like the champion of the universe shows up and basically says he's trying to take out the thing because like he's like a threat to mankind or whatever.
yeah,
And fucking they lock him up in the interrogation room after their fight because she uses the vital thing again or whatever, the vial.
vile thing. Which I think like it takes away people's strength.
Yeah, their power. And yeah, dude, it just gets even gnarlier from there because it's like Silver Surfer shows up and basically is
Yeah,
like, he confirms the kid is a weirdo because the kid is like, he's like, he knows the the
yeah,
Watcher. He knows the Watcher by name, which he was like, nobody should know, like, no human should know the Watcher by
no,
name.
yeah.
So that threw me for a loop when I was reading it. And
And also, I think Silver Surfer caught feelings for Death in Disguise. Like there was like a little moment where
yeah.
it's like, oh, he's all powerful, you know, like.
Yeah, well, that was Death saying it to Silver Surfer.
No, that's and then there's a little heart that was like above his head that
Oh,
like
yeah, yeah.
maybe like maybe there's a relationship there. I don't know.
Oh, no, man.
Yeah,
But basically, in this this short story of Death sending fighter after fighter to ruin the Thing's life and challenge after challenge, Silver Surfer takes the champion away, and they keep his belt because the kid was like, I figured out how he got here so fast. Like, he used his belt. It's like an atom thing or whatever. It can teleport you
yeah,
wherever you want. And so the Thing's like, yo, can we keep his belt so he can't get back here? Well, the kid mentions that, and the Thing's like, yeah, can we keep it? So Silver Surfer gives him the belt. Silver Surfer takes Champion away to distract him wherever while he's weak. Excuse me. And they're all chilling, and the kid's fucking with the belt at the dinner table or whatever, breakfast, and they teleport to the moon base.
yes.
And he gets in a giant fight with all these robot things that are talking about he's a threat, this, that, and the third. And that's when everybody kind of shows up.
All the major players are there.
Yeah,
Um,
Faceless One, Terrarax, and Berserker. They all show
I gotta
up.
say, Face One probably my favorite out of those three. I liked his character design, especially like the ball with the spindly legs. That was
Nah, I was big on the Terrarax dude's character. I ain't gonna lie, I did not like the I did not like the Faceless One.
okay. Fair. I also kind of have a thing for characters in Bubblehead.
I do too, but like there was nothing to him other than the bubble and like his arms. So like
Fair. I just thought it was a cool little design.
that's cool. I'm not hating. I'm not hating.
Um,
I'm not hating.
um,
But they basically say, "Where's our champion? Champion of the universe?" Because they sent him after fucking the Thing. Didn't go as planned. The Thing fights all of them, and yeah, fucking
yeah.
beats all their asses pretty much. Gets a couple new toys on the way, and Doom shows up. Doom shows up and basically tells him he has no quarrel with him, that he's trying to save his mother soul from whatever,
From
which has been like a thing forever, if I'm correct. Like that's like always been a thing, because she sold her soul or whatever. But
Mephisto, I believe.
yeah. So they do that. They get in a big old fight, and then the thing's basically like, all right, I'll help you go save your mom tomorrow. Like, we'll
Yeah,
figure this out.
after you rest, he just knocks out.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's fucking. But,
And
what do you say?
I mean, it gets gnarly after that. When it really starts to get gnarly.
Oh, yeah, dude. I mean, you want to explain?
So basically, what the thing and boy Bobby have to do, because they find out that the chick that the thing has been seeing is actually Death herself, and end up going to have to save the thing's girlfriend who is being captured by Death in her death realm, right? Where she has an army of fucking undead soldiers that are just ready and willing to beat the thing into submission. Have to go to the netherworld basically to save the girl, and they pull all kinds of shit. Crazy monsters are coming at you. They bring the robots in because they say, like, how can the army of the dead fight an army of people who were robots who basically aren't alive, period? So at it, battle scene. There's a scene where they, through each door in the afterlife, there's some sort of monster behind it, and even the thing is like, dude, does every door have this?
Yeah,
And
you
then
know.
he comes across one who's just like, you cannot defeat me using violence. Like, and of course the thing, I using violence to finally just like, you know what? I just want to save my girlfriend from death. The thing, like the monster, just disappears because like
He can't.
defeated. Yeah,
Yeah, because
you
he
fight this
can't.
thing.
He can't fight anything that doesn't try to fight him. And the thing
Yeah,
remembers that, and he's like, all right. And Death shows up, and Thing's girlfriend ends up defeating Death, which is crazy.
yeah. They do have like a final showdown. Death also kind of admits that she caught feelings for the thing while she was in human form, which I mean, it's the thing. Like he is sort of lovable deep down.
I wonder what
It's
his.
so funny.
I wonder what fucking that guy's like, because in this book they have
You know,
sex.
they showed it. Yeah, it's kind of like, oh, okay, a little uncomfortable. It was cool. Dude got laid.
Yeah, no, I mean, I ain't mad about it. Let him get his
I
thing
know.
thinged. You know what I'm saying? You also find out the kid is one of the Watcher's sons or whatever, or he's a Watcher's son, and all that in the third. But long story short, Thing defeats Death, doesn't give himself to her, and Alicia and him go home happy as ever after.
They reconcile.
Yeah, which she pissed me off because she's like, you promised to go to anger management and control your rage. And I wanted to be like, do you promise not to go to Puerto
You're
Rico with random men while you're dating me?
yeah,
Like what the
I'm
fuck?
not cool with that. Yeah, like never mind. They just kind of hand wave the whole like death in disguise thing, but like still when like sorry, I know Puerto Rico's not outside of the U.S., but you went outside of the U.S. with
Yeah.
another guy. We talk about that. Like, I get it that you're an artist, you're doing all kinds of art things, but like, no.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I was pretty annoyed by it. I was like, why are you giving him shit? He just went to hell and back
Yeah,
for your bitch ass, literally. Like, he just fought so many people and took so much shit that, like, for you. And because of you.
and his anger management is the issue. No, you being a shifty for the streets is the issue. You know, like. How about instead of anger management, we go to couple counseling? All right.
You know? Let's do something that'll, like, benefit us both. Don't be so one-sided with this shit, man.
Yeah. Also, like, I'm sorry, but rage is a very useful fucking tool when you're a superhero.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with you on that. I'd have to agree with you on that one.
Like,
Fucking, I don't know, man. It was really fun though.
it was fun.
Like
But
they
one of the
incorporate.
things. Oh no, go ahead. I think you're probably gonna say the same thing I did.
I don't know. I was just gonna say they incorporate so many different elements that I love about comic books in 6 issues
Yes.
that I just like. It was fun. It was super fun.
Oh yeah, they covered all the bases because you had the street level brawl fighting in the first issue. Then they go to space. Then they go to alternate dimensions. There's some supernatural going on. There's fucking robots and to do crazy shit going on. Um, Other villains outside of Doom
And
show
the
up.
police are
Which I was
chasing the
looking
thing
forward.
the whole book.
Yeah. And then they were like, "Do you want to be the one who shoots the thing?" Like,
Yeah, like they're having such a trouble chasing him like the whole time. It was fucking hilarious.
they wrapped it up neatly. Like, it didn't have any lingering story threads. And I'm not saying that that makes it inconsequential to the arc of the thing. I think it's an um, important arc. I liked how they didn't leave any unnecessary threads. You know, like there was no like out teaser in the end. It was just like the beginning of the story. You have your fucking structure, and you get to the end, and everything's wrapped up nice.
100%, dude. It was like one and done, Like this is what it is, take it or leave it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And that's why I'm enjoying the 1983 ongoing, his first ongoing, cuz so far it's like all the stories are like this issue, like this is what happens and that's it.
yeah. They're self-contained.
Yeah, yeah.
They also meld into like a greater like story. It's not like they're just self-contained and that's it. On to the next episode. It's like certain things will carry over.
Yeah, yeah. And like there's stuff from Fantastic Four that carries over into the thing that's like going on at that time period. So that's cool too. It makes me want to go out and try and buy the book they're talking about or referencing so I can read that book and then go back to it and be like, okay, now I know what exactly they're.
Yeah. And one thing that I did thoroughly enjoy was that when they did reference previous issues, there wasn't like a see issue number 31. It was like very organic in the story. Kind of, okay, yeah, I met this guy, and this is what like see previous issue to understand the context of this.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. Oh, 100%. Sorry, my dogs are barking like crazy now. It's like, who the here at 2 a.m.
yeah, no, that concerned.
But yeah, no, I mean, I don't know. They did really good, dude. Like, I like how the only real rememberable big name character like A-lister in this book other than the Thing was Doctor Doom. Like,
and like the fact that he comes in kind of at the tail end of the story.
yeah,
Um,
it's not too overpowering and like you're
yeah,
not too worried about what Doom's doing. You're more just still focused on the Thing. It doesn't outstar him, take him out the light or anything like that. Which, I
yeah,
mean, he's also a Fantastic Four villain, so it made sense, right, to have Doctor Doom show
yeah.
up, fucking at
And
some
also
point.
they went toe to toe. The Thing and Doctor Doom, and he fucking. I mean, granted, Doom wasn't necessarily trying to fight to begin with, but he fucking smashed him. You
Yeah,
know, like
he wrecked that muff. He didn't say it's clobbering time though, which kind of bothered me.
yeah. And also, like one thing that I liked is that when you have these team ups, like yes, you're gonna do individual issues based off of like, but it kind of shows that like the thing itself can exist outside of the or the Fantastic Four. Like he his own like adventures and kind of own private life that is
Oh
not like
yeah, I mean,
married to like the three other characters.
we
You know what I'm
figured
saying?
that out in 1983. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah. I'm
Like,
just saying I like how this was a good example of that. You know?
oh yeah, for surely though. A modern example of that.
Yeah.
Like, it's. I don't think there's enough. Like, excuse me. I think they need to do that more often with these characters. Like,
Yeah.
not every team character needs a solo. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
but there's really popular ones that have like some depth to them that are cool to explore. And with the Thing, it's just like when he's around Johnny Storm, fucking Reed Richards, and Sue's Mrs. Invisible or whatever. It's like he kind of gets overlooked because he's just this rock guy.
Becomes supporting.
Yeah.
Supporting character.
Yeah, because like,
And
but like, I don't know, man. Like, even like in this book, they bring it up. He has like a chemistry and like something degree, like, you know what I
Oh,
mean?
yeah.
He's like super fucking smart. Like, you, I mean, figure that out in the early runs, but it's just like there's a lot more to it than you get to see. I feel like most of the time. That's why it's
Yeah.
awesome.
Oh yeah, and it's that trope of the basically the big muscle guy is like just tender hearted, you know?
Oh
Like
yeah, dude. I mean, you should read the what is it called? It's like What If Venom, I forget which issue it is, but it's the symbiote connects with the Thing. And it's
thing,
like
yeah.
it's fucking good, dude. I didn't think I was going to like it, but it was a really good book.
Yeah, and that's like I just see that's like two characters that you would never actually think would mesh together well actually do.
Yeah, dude. No, it was fucking good. It was one of the better like What If Venom books. You know what I mean? Like I'm not a
Yeah.
big fan of that whole thing, and I was just like, nah, guy Venom here with the like, or not Venom, but the symbiote with him. Like, it was good. I mean, it's a pretty depressing story though, so don't go into it thinking it's gonna be like this. This was also like had its moments of sad though.
Yeah. Yeah. Like um those three panels of like when he's walking through the building by himself and it's just like
Oh
completely
yeah.
empty. And then like when he's talking about like in the kid to the building and like he's like I like look at the telescope and he's just like like in true dad fashion, don't break anything.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. And then when the kid asked him if he had any kids, he just fucking doesn't answer it, and you're like, oof.
No,
But
then like
you even feel bad for Doom when he's explaining what happened to his mom, and you're like, damn.
I don't, Doom is one of those where I'm like the balance is or the scales are not balanced with this motherfucker. Like you've caused so much chaos and destruction and like actually killed people. Like be like, oh, your mom. You know, like
Yeah, but it's not just like, oh, his mom. It's like, oh, my mom's soul is literally being
yeah,
tortured for eternity in hell. Like, that's a little fucked. Like, I mean, even though she was like probably fucked up too. It's
yeah.
just
I
like
mean, like you don't just
I
sell your soul casually.
no, but I myself had to feel a little bad for him. I was like, damn, that sucks, dude. I kind of see why you're trying to take an army to hell to fight for her, though. Like, I'd probably do the same for my mom.
True, that is fucking genius, though. By the way, like, how do you fight death with something that actually cannot be killed? You know, use a fucking robot, man. Like
Yeah,
the battle with the undead was probably my favorite part. To be honest, the sixth book is probably my favorite one. Um,
I f- Oh, I don't even remember what issue it was. I got it right here. I think it was 2. Um, that whole thing with them going underground, there being like an
Yeah,
underground city that exists, like, and the dude has like a random heart attack and dies, and that's it.
yeah, yeah.
Like, I don't know. I
Like,
just
this is a
every
place you face off, and
it
like,
was just a bunch of fighting and then goofiness. So I was like, this is the one.
yeah, yeah. I was all about the surreal imagery of what the afterlife looks like and fighting in it, the various monsters and stuff. That was more my uptick.
I feel you. I feel you.
I honestly like I liked how they meshed like sci-fi and supernatural together. I like it when comic books do occasionally like stumble into that kind of territory, but
What do you
I
mean
thought this one did it
occasionally?
very well.
What do you mean occasionally? Fucking death is all a part of Marvel, and Marvel's all sci-fi. Like, happens all the
Yeah.
time, man.
Oh yeah, and I mean, there's like, Doctor Strange kind of does like more of the supernatural stuff, but they do cross over very well, and that's one thing Marvel does very well that I like.
I don't know what you mean, dude. All fucking Ghost Rider is fucking.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
but I'm saying like I like when they do supernatural shit in space. You know, like
yeah, I mean they have Cosmic Ghost Rider.
oh yeah, that. Oh really?
Yeah, that's the thing.
Oh, I gotta check that out.
Don't you have the Marvel app?
I haven't really updated it in a while, just because I'm using Kindle a lot, but I need to update my account with them.
Oh, you're good. I was just wondering. I didn't know if you still used it or not. It was just a
It's been a
suggestion.
while. I'll tell you, the one will probably never use is DC Infinite because that shit sucks.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
fair. That's what I've heard. What do you rate this though overall?
It hit every note. It hit awesome art. It hit awesome characters. It hit story shit was done perfectly. All around a 10.
Oh, same. It was so good. It made me read my issue 1 of the thing and then buy 15 other issues from the run because I was like, I just want to read. I just want to read Solo Thing now. Like, I don't care if it's from '83. Like, I want to know the jaunt. I want to know the all of. I want to know his. You know, I just want to. I just want to read his catalog. You know.
Yeah, and I'll be honest with you, it kind of kicked the door open for me to test 4. I don't want to read more of their story arcs, and also like maybe one of their other one shots.
I've heard that
Just
the current run of Fantastic Four right now be damn good. Like they're pretty far in, but if you have Kindle or you have Marvel app, you can just read it on there. But
yeah,
I've been told that's what's up. Like I wish I was into it as I was now when it started, but I wasn't.
yeah.
But I've only heard good
That's
things. You know, I've heard like an issue or two here has been like slow or hit, you know, like miss. But
yeah.
like overall, I've heard everybody I know has said they loved it. So one guy I was reading about, I was reading, was saying if you like this, you'd probably like that run.
Okay, gonna check that out. Definitely for your comic book something. Maybe just throwing the suggestion here or there. Just I really want. I'm looking forward to the movie too, so I think I want to that.
Oh, for surely. A little bit more knowledge on the team before you jump in.
Yeah, because like I think we talked about it the other night too. In that, like my knowledge of this Fantastic Four is, as far as I know, is Doom is like the main guy, and that's it. there's also Galactus and Silver Surfer, who I kind of weirdly enough,
Man didn't even
Galactus to
know
me,
Mole Man. Man didn't
yeah,
even know
no,
who
did
Mole
not,
Man
no,
was.
no. I actually think I read her very first issue of Fantastic Four. I think he appeared in for Comic Book of the Week like 3 years ago.
Yeah,
um,
yeah.
like Galactus always kind of him as like an overarching villain, kind of on multiple storylines. So he never really exclusively was Fantastic Four. I just want to know more about them. I want to know what their villains are actually like and who are like the ins and outs of their Rose Gallery. Um, and I loved the Fantastic Four, the cartoon too, when that came out. People kind of
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
it gets overshadowed by Amazing Spider-Man, but it was still good in its own right.
The Iron Man one was good too. That one gets
Oh,
overshadowed a
I
lot as well.
never saw the Iron Man one.
Oh, dude, that one was gas. The intro at least was super fire. So I highly recommend that. I also give it a 10 though. It hit everything I wanted, and like I was saying, it made me go read all the original stuff about the Thing, and I've been loving that. I highly recommend if you have the Marvel app, you read that. But if you like what you heard, make sure you drop a follow and or a subscribe if you're on Spotify or YouTube, because we usually do an hour podcast every week. But we had a long live stream over on Twitch at BrainDeadXTV, live every Friday and Saturday at 12 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we do an hour podcast with a comic book of the week and a bunch of topics with the live chat, talking and answering questions. So if you like what you heard here, make sure you follow, like, and subscribe. I'll also be uploading YouTube shorts. There's been plenty this week, so I have another one up this coming week, or this week. Whenever I drop this video, there'll probably be another one coming out. Usually around Friday or Saturday, I drop a YouTube short. If you're lucky, I'll drop 2. So just let me know in the comments what you want to hear about or see, and I'll get it done. Dude, you got anything you want to say?
Yeah. If a fairy ever shows up into your bedroom and says that they're working for a dating service, swap that shit with a fly water, because nothing good will come from that.
Yeah, it's just Death trying to fuck with you. Death is a bitch. And or a dude.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
You know what? I think bitch is applicable to both.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right. You're definitely right. But yeah, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, follow, all that good stuff. And remember, never offended, always recommended. Later, dudes.